All right, we're going to look at our another 2.2 Khan Academy homework topic, which was equation practice with vertical angles. All right, so by now, hopefully we're a little bit more familiar with recognizing vertical angles, especially with that last homework where, right, if it wasn't a straight line, if it's like kind of crooked, they're not going to be vertical angles, right? You can kind of tell, okay, like those are not congruent. All right, so we've got to have straight lines. And also remember for vertical angles, they'll show this like arc, which is in geometry, that's just like the way that we talk about congruent angles. So if we see this kind of like arc, they're telling us, hey, these guys are congruent. They are the same. They are equal. So right now we can see we've got those arcs here. So they're telling us these are congruent. If it wasn't obvious that we've got two straight lines intersecting, so we've got vertical angles. So we know that these guys are vertical angles. And now how does that help us? We're thinking, what do we remember about vertical angles? We know that they're congruent, right? They're congruent. Congruent, another way to say that is they're equal. So, and we're looking at this and we've got some binomials, two terms. They're not telling us specifically like, hey, this measure is 100 degrees. And we're like, cool, the other one's going to be 100 too, right? We're asked to solve for x. So we've got some unknowns here, but we do have some prior knowledge. We do know that vertical angles are congruent, means they're equal. So, and we are given like, hey, this angle equals that, this one equals this. So they're also vertical angles. We can just set them equal to each other. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do 7x plus 49 equals 2x plus 94. All right. Now we're solving for x, right? So our goal is we're going to have x equals something. We got to draw our line through the equal sign, keep it consistent. If you remember from integrated math A, we split this up. Remember, we have variables on one side. So I'm going to just like highlight the variables in one color. And then we want the constants on the other side. So constants are going to be another color. So our goal is we want to have all the greens on one side, all of the purples or whatever color you choose on the other side. And looking at this, right, we can see we've got variable x on either side of the equal sign. And we can't have that. So we got to move it over. Hopefully by now, this step 2 should be a refresher. If you're already confident on this, you can skip ahead for the video. But for the sake of us having this video, we're gonna go nice and slow, step by step. So we want variables on the left. We can see this 2x is over here. On the right side, we got to move it over. Anytime we're moving something over and it's crossing that equal sign, remember we have to do the inverse operation. So we're going to go ahead and start by subtracting 2x from both sides. And then just to keep this clean, in this same step, I'm also going to move this purple, the constant, to the other side because it's also in the wrong spot. We want all the purple constants over here on the right side. So we got to move this guy over. Again, how do we cross that barrier, crossing that boundary, crossing the equal sign? Inverse operation. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 49 from both sides. All right, let's clean this up. We'll have 7x minus 2x is going to be 5x equals, and let's check, 94 minus, looks like a plus sign, minus 49 is going to be 45, so equals 45. All right, our goal is we want to get x by itself. One-step equations, we got this. Inverse operation, we got this coefficient, we got to move it over. How do we do it? Inverse. We're going to divide both sides by 5. 5 goes into 45 9 times, so x should equal just 9. We're not, notice that they're not asking us for the measure of that angle. If they did, we would start by solving for x like this, and then we would just plug it back in to figure out what the angle measurement is. So we could do that now, just for the sake of figuring it out. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm just going to choose the first one. So 7, now instead of x, replacing it with 9 plus 49. So let's check. So 7 times 9 is 63. plus 49 plus 49 is going to be 112 degrees. So this would be the measure of angle, I don't know, let's say it was angle A. Measure of angle A equals 112 degrees. So just be cautious, be aware when we're asked to solve for variable with angles, we just want to know what x equals. We don't attach a degree to it. But if we want to know the measure of an angle, we got to include the degree symbol. All right, hopefully this helps. As always, if you have any questions, email, text, let me know. But reference this, just keep this open while you're working on the rest of your Khan Academy problems. All right, good luck, guys. Bye.